Hello everyone, I'm the artist Theodora, and today we will be learning how to paint transparent objects, which is a favorite of mine in watercolor. So I have designed a really nice bottle of whiskey, and we will be learning how to make this transparent effect, which is very interesting and very easy. I think most beginners might think that it's a more advanced subject, but it's really not. So we will be attempting that today. Hello. So I will be flipping my camera around and I'll be showing you my reference and my little sketch. We're painting in small scale again. So this is it, what I have prepared for today. And as you can see here on my screen, this is the bottle. This is our reference. It looks very intricate, but it's not as hard as it might appear. Yay, glad to have you with me today. Okay. Let me adjust my camera so we can start painting. Okay. I think this is much better. You have a better lighting. So let's start. Here are my fine line miniature brushes we'll be using today. And I have selected the Vista palette. This is the colors it has. As you can see, they're mostly blue and greens and some earthy shades. There is no red. But it's okay, we will make do because it has some, amber colors and some yellow ochre for the color of the brandy and the reflection. So this is an ideal palette. This red is mixed in here, it's not from the palette. But yes, as you can see, those are the shades. And you also get this bonus color, which is this light gray color. So, okay, let me adjust my pans. This is it. Looks beautiful. So I'm just going to use some tape to hold everything in place so our paper won't move around too much, because that can be a bit annoying. What do you mean chemicals? No, for watercolors it's just water, although there are some mediums that for watercolors, to increase the flow, to give texture and such, but yeah, that is not exactly necessary. It's a little bit more advanced stuff, but yeah, we can really talk about it. Acetone, you mean, yeah, we mostly use this for the acrylic or the oils, especially to green some brushes that have some dried paint. This is how you get rid of the color. But yeah, for watercolors it's not really necessary, just for oils mostly. And this is the reason why watercolors are a bit more safe to use, because we don't use white spirits that have a smell, or linseed oil that also smells. When you're painting in oils, you need a very well ventilated space, so you won't really breathe in all these chemicals, but watercolors are perfectly safe. So yes, no need to worry about that. And you can clean your brushes with some water, simply. Or sometimes, if you have the time, you can even use an olive bar. That's always very good for the brushes. Very hydrating. just mixing in some colors. This is the light gray that I talked about. That is the bonus color you get from this palette. This is the Vista. And in another palette, the Classico, I think you get a really nice light blue. And this is our yellow ochre. So yeah, we're also mixing that in here with our light gray. And we also have this indigo color, which is bluish gray color. We can mix with the gray. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to grab this number 3 brush from the Turner set, which is a small to medium round brush. And I'm starting from the lid of this bottle. That is this really nice round shape. Some light washes. And I'm going to leave some of the white of the paper for highlights. And we're doing a little bit of wet on wet. All right, letting this area dry. You don't need to cover the whole area. Just, really observe your reference. And now I'm just coming in with a little bit of the yellow ochre. And I'm adding some Indian yellow that is a little bit more orange in some areas. and some sepia. Now we're mixing in a little bit of the indigo. Okay, and this is our basic first layer. Okay, we're letting the bottom dry. Okay. I'm going to grab my ringer brush from the Final Miniature set. Okay. And some of the yellow ochre. Drawing here a circle that's in gold. It has a small gold detail around here, so we're using yellow ochre. It's a little bit of indigo. And I'm grabbing my number 3 round brush to do a little bit of blending in. All right. perfect. Okay, so now I think, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Nerida. What are you working on? I haven't seen you sharing much, and I remember you were doing some really nice watercolors. Okay, so now I'm just looking for my white gouache for the highlights, because it's pure white and it has quite good coverage, so you can use it on top of your watercolors no matter how dark they are. So one of the reasons we're using gouache instead of watercolor. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my ringer brush and a little bit of white gouache, like I said. We're doing some highlights here on top, right here, 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 right here, the side of the bottle, right here, oh, that's nice. I love to see those. Don't forget to share. Me and Kathleen, we're always really happy to see your progress. And yeah, usually we don't see many canvases, so yeah, I'd love to see what you're working on your canvases. Just adding a few dark spots here and there. So basically start with some small washes and then try to build up your layers from there bit by bit. Since we're painting transparent things, we don't want too much color. So mostly water down your watercolor paints a bit, and yeah, paint very thinly. This is the trick with painting transparent things, mostly. We also are going to paint the saddle right here of the bottle. Nice. Let's push it here. And of course, don't forget to add your highlights at the very end. Just adding some color here to sew through the background. And this is how to paint transparent things in watercolor. I hope you try this out, and don't forget to share here on Inspiration Daily, because I really love to see what you're doing. And thank you very much for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. Goodbye.